We got an event in Romania and you can say it's serious because the journalists are concerned. Look at this lady's face. Like, this is the very definition of concern, right? If you take one of those psychological tests to see if you're crazy or not, and they show you like various human faces, some smiling, some sad, and you see this face and you have to say, what human emotion? Concern. Concern about what is happening in her country. Is she concerned because the taxes are rising? Like, for instance, the government is milking me dry, Chad. They're squeezing me. Like, the government is putting the squeeze of God on me. I find it magical how was listening to the radio, and the prime minister said that by increasing taxes, he has more money. And I was like, holy shit, so he just signed a piece of paper and, like, money went in? Yes. How can I do that? Like, I wish to have this power, you know, to just sign a piece of paper and then billions of euros to just pour into my pockets. So they're squeezing the living shit out of me. You know, electricity prices are going haywire. Like, all of this nastiness is happening. My quality of life is dropping dramatically. And so when I see a journalist concerned, I expect the journalist to talk about that and to come with solutions. Right? Like, how is it my fault that I have an honest living and yet I'm being squeezed dry? But the journalist is not concerned about this. The journalist is concerned about one particular crime. And like, okay, so in a society with 20 billion, a bad thing happened and now all the mainstream media is talking about it? Yes. Holy shit, it must be really bad. What happened? Well, apparently, we have these gentlemen that work for Glovo. Like, Glovo for Romania is kind of like Uber Eats for America, right? It's a food delivery service. Like, these are the people that bring me my food. And one of them was just minding his own business. Like, he wasn't doing anything. He was just working. And the Romanian teenager sneaks up on him and just punches him in the face. All the while recording himself doing the act, right? So, like, I assume that the reason he did the act is to show to his friends, look what a macho man I am, right? Now, despite the fact that he sucker punched this gentleman, it seems that the Uber driver was more confused than hurt. Like, he just didn't understand what was happening. And then the Romanian, you know, like, which studies a lot of American slogans and American ideology, told them in a very broken English, go back to your country. Right? Go back to your country. And then also drop the N-bomb. Like, he summoned the American magic, right? Like, powerful words from across the world. And dropped the N-bomb on him as well. Apparently, a police officer didn't care as much about the N-bomb as much as he cared about the fact that there's an assault in progress. And the police officer, which was a couple of meters away, started chasing the Romanian teenager and eventually apprehended him. And the Romanian teenager started asking for his mother. I want a phone call. I fucked up. I want to talk to mama. I want to talk to my mama. Well, apparently mama may not be very pleased about what happened, right? Like, unfortunately, I'm not pleased either, because, like, I would show you the whole thing. It's kind of interesting. It's hilarious in nature. Like, I gotta say, it's kind of like a Benny Hill sketch. But I am oppressed, right? Like, I'm oppressed by the corporations, by YouTube, just like this guy right here is being oppressed for not allowing to assault Uber drivers. I'm being oppressed for not allowing you to show what happened because he said the N-word. It is what it is. Very difficult world we live in. Now, I actually tried to see what Romanians have to say about this, right? I went on Reddit, I went on Twitter, I went on YouTube, I went in the world, and I talked to my hairstylist and my taxi driver. I was a very open-minded person. I was a vessel willing to be filled to see how my compatriots are talking about it. And apparently, people don't appreciate beating up the guy that brings them their food. Like, that is what I got. On every single social media network, everywhere, right? Like, people were upset. It's like, why are you beating up the guy that's bringing food? My understanding of the issue is a little bit more complex, okay? Because I've been doing this channel for 5 years. I've been talking about politics, and I can explain to you exactly what's happening. If you try to understand what's going on in Romania with an Anglospheric lens, like a Western lens, and you try to apply what's happening in the UK and France, you apply it to Romania, you're not going to get a correct answer, right? What's happening in Romania is not a problem of immigration, it's a problem of emigration. Like millions of people, almost a third, sorry, not a third, a fourth, almost a fourth of our country has chosen to leave Romania for the Western Europe, right? So despite the crime issues that are happening in Western Europe, despite the cultural issues, despite all of that, Romanians willingly chose to go towards multiculturalism in order to make cash. And so by doing this, we have a huge populational displacement because, number one, you already have the birth rates issue. The previous Communist Party encouraged a lot of birth rates, right? So we had a population bloom. But after that, people just refused to have children because they associated having children with the Decree, with the communist decree, whatever. It is what it is. You know, like after seeing a lot of disabled kids and after seeing a lot of orphans and shit like that, it kind of scarred the nation more so than like France, for instance. And so like our birth rates are already very low compared to other European countries. And on top of that, you have people like massively leaving the nation. And so the government has done a lot of worker contracts with people from Nepal, with people from other places. These are worker permits, right? Like they're not asylum seekers. They're not here to stay. They're here on a job contract. Like they do the job. If they do a crime, they get deported. And once they finish the job, they go back to their country as this young man wanted them to do before finishing the contract. The problem with this, because that is a problem, and it does actually warrant conversation, is that it depresses wages for the workers, right? Like having less workforce should actually be really good for young people. Because if the wages would double or triple, and they could, right? Like, why is Uber Eats paying more money in France than they're paying in Romania? There's no excuse, right? It's a big company, it can handle it. The wages would go up, right? But by the government importing people from elsewhere, and it's not like they do a better job than a Romanian, or a Romanian wouldn't want to do it. Like, I know many young people that would want to get a job, and they're actually struggling, right? Like, it's actually difficult to find work. But anyway, right, like, they could lower their standards, hire more unqualified people, I guess, but pay them better, right? Like, that's the important thing. It's not that people aren't willing to do the job. If you're going to bring people that are willing to do the exact same job for half the amount, yes, you're going to depress the wages. And so this is what the conversation really is about. Now, the main problem is that a right-winger, I think his name is Târziu. I don't really follow Romanian politicians that much. Especially after they canceled the last elections, I'm like, well, what's the point, you know? Like, just vote in my place, you know? Like, just, in fact, like, why have voting at all? Just leave the current people in power. They seem to be doing well. Like, my living conditions keep going down, taxes keep going up, electricity bills keep going up. They're perfect for the country, right? Romanians deserve the best. Just leave them in charge forever, in perpetuity. But apparently the opposition, right, like the sovereignists, they basically said that you should stop purchasing from these companies. In other words, you should stop purchasing from Glovo, you should stop purchasing from Uber Eats, you should stop purchasing from these places, because that's how you send the message. Right? Move your fat ass to the fucking restaurant. It's not that fucking hard. Like, these aren't companies that are tied to human existence. Like, the same way our parents survived without Glovo and Uber Eats, you can literally just move your ass in town and eat from a restaurant, right? And then you also make people like Sargon happy. Because Sargon is upset because McDonald's is changing shape and it's getting rid of the kindergarten. Okay, go and eat there then, right? Like, physically go and support the places that you want to support. But if people don't do that, it means they want this, all right? Like, this is how democracy works. It doesn't matter. Like, democracy is not just about going and voting and putting a stamp. That's part of it, okay? But even if you didn't have democracy, even if you had like a monarchy or you had like a dictatorship or anything, right? Like, at the end of the day, if people at large genuinely do not support something, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Like even other dictatorships, people manage to get concessions. And you don't have to go into the street in order to get them, right? Like, literally, if you don't like people that, like companies that are importing foreign workers rather than hiring from the local population. Like, this upsets you. Stop buying from them. It's not rocket science, right? Like, just stop. But if other people want to buy, well, it turns out that you live in a country where most people put up with it. So it is what it is. Like, there's no system, there's no ideological system that can prevent that from happening, right? Like, if you're in a place where the overwhelming majority wants something, you do what the overwhelming majority wants. Like, if you go in Saudi Arabia and the overwhelming majority don't want you to drink alcohol, you're not going to fucking drink alcohol. Right? And even if you were to change the system, you make, I don't know, Saudi Arabia be a liberal democracy. If people, like, are still refusing to purchase alcohol and stock the stores, or they become violent and aggressive towards anyone that drinks alcohol, you're not going to drink alcohol. God. And so this is the problem here, right? Like, if you genuinely don't like the fact that people, like companies are hiring Uber Eats drivers that are from Nepal, and you purchase from them, whose fault is it, right? Like, and this is what the right-winger said. This is what Tanasa has said. It's like, stop purchasing from them. Now, because this happened, the mainstream media is immediately blaming Tanasa. And I'm like, blaming the mainstream media for this, right? Because you're incapable of understanding what the man is saying. Like, you need to treat this man like as a leftist, right? You need to treat Tanasa like he's God. Like he is Jesus fucking Christ. His word is scripture. And if you were to literally listen to what he says, right? He said, don't buy from these companies. He didn't say assault their drivers. He didn't say do violence against their drivers. Right? See, when you misunderstand that, when you start misunderstanding him, you get problems. You get this shit, right? Stop misunderstanding the man. Like, you're not capable enough to get his wisdom. You don't get his words. Like, he literally said, do not buy from companies that, go against your moral values. In other words, vote with your wallet. That's what he said. Now, if people vote with their wallet, company notices that it's getting losses, do you know what it's going to do? Oh, it's going to backtrack. Okay, fine. And so then the gentleman wouldn't be assaulted because he would probably be in a different country, right? Working for a different company. This guy wouldn't be arrested either because he would have no one to assault. And there you go. Problem solved. See, Tanase is good. Like, if you listen to him, not Tanase, Turziu, I think. Holy shit. I don't even know my politicians. This is how much shit I give about this. But anyway, right, so the thing that baffles me is that I see right-wingers like being okay with what this guy did, and it's like, honestly, if I didn't know any better, I would say he's a paid actor. What I mean by this, I don't say he is, but it's like, it's to the point where if you were to hire a paid actor, I don't know, like, how he could have done a better PR job for the left. Because if I'm a leftist politician, like, I want to find where this guy is, give him a hug, give him a kiss, invite him to my house so he can shag my wife. Like, this is the best guy in the fucking universe. If you're a leftist politician, if you're, like, pro this global movement of people where Romanians, have it so bad in their country because of taxes, because of electricity prices, they have it so bad, they have to go to France and Germany to work. And now they cause a displacement in Romania. So, like, now Romania has to bring people from Nepal to work over here. And then, Nepal, I guess, has to bring people from somewhere else to work over there. Like, this is not a system that I particularly like. I think that if someone wants to work in his own nation for a good wage, he should be able to, right? Apparently, this is controversial now. Right? So like, I'm with this mindset. I don't like the fact of this displacement of human beings around planet Earth just to be able to get a good wage. But with this out of the way, what this guy did is not helping my cause. What this guy did is helping the other cause, right? Like, if I was a person that's actually in favor of the displacement and constant movement of people and workers, this guy is my messiah. This is my man. Like, there is nothing that I could have done to get more good PR for my cause. Because now, as I mentioned before, right, there's an outrage in the country. If I want to pass censorship laws, now's the time. If I want to pass any type of laws that allows me to survey the internet or crack down on political opinions or on my opposition, now is the time. Like, literally, what this guy did is the worst thing you can do from a moral perspective. Like, assaulting people on the street is wrong. Like, I'm sorry, like, I get it nowadays. Like, people have different opinions. My mama, the way my mama raised me, my mama told me I shouldn't assault people on the streets, right? Especially that didn't do anything, right? Like just going up to a guy that delivers food and assaulting him, my mama wouldn't have liked that. My mama would have given me a spanking when I would have gone home, and my mama knew best, okay? And so, no, like there are other ways. Like for instance, not buying from the company, as I said, if you're like genuinely like that. But the second thing, this is a PR shit show, right? Like now all right-wingers are being blamed. Every single one, right? Notice how this doesn't happen when left-wingers fuck up. Like, if you have the opposite, right? Like, let's say you would have a Glovo driver assaulting someone for no reason, right? It wouldn't be leftist politicians that get the blame. It wouldn't be on the media 24/7. But when this happens, it is on the media 24/7. And so, yeah, you gotta understand, it's like the game is different. You can't play it like that. Like, you need to play it smart. Playing it smart, as I said, move your ass and go to a restaurant. It's not that difficult, right? Just fucking go to a restaurant. It's healthy. You're sitting at home eating fast food. You think you're like me? You want to end up like me? You don't want to end up like me. I'm fat. You don't want to be fat, right? Move your fucking ass and go to a restaurant and eat there. And there you fucking go. Problem solved. You're sending a message. You're doing, like what your ideology teaches. And by the way, speaking of ideology, I do think it's not healthy for any nation to cancel elections. Like, I know, is it still controversial in Romania to talk about that? I don't fucking know. But, like, elections release a lot of the pent-up pressure, right? Like, imagine if now you'd have had, like, the right-winger Chad raising taxes and the electricity bill happens to go up while his, right? It would have made right-wingers look bad and maybe they would have shut the fuck up. But, like, when you tell them, like, no, and not only that, but you demonize them and you start an entire campaign against them, well, they feel oppressed. And when people feel oppressed, this happens. Now, when I was in law school, I learned something which apparently is not being taught today, but I learned that the whole purpose of democracy and also the whole purpose of free speech and representation is to make sure that society doesn't chimp out. It's a release valve, right? Like, if people feel heard, if people feel that they're at the negotiation table, if they feel that you heard their case, and what is their case? Well, they want well-paid jobs in their countries, right? They don't want to be taxed 50%. They don't want, right? Like, you can still do it. Lower the fucking taxes. Figure out the electricity. Why is it so high? Start 3 more generators or some shit. I don't fucking know, right? Like, you're the politician. You're supposed to figure it out. And so, if you actually fix the grievances of the people, then the level of complaint would be lower. But, like, the real problem is when you cancel elections, yeah, you get this shit. Notice how this shit doesn't happen in Poland, right? Notice how this shit doesn't happen in Hungary. Notice how this shit doesn't happen in Bulgaria. It's happening here. Which is the country that canceled elections? Which is the country that's like, oh yes, we need more censorship and we need to ban. I mean, again, I learned this in high school. I learned this at law school. Like, did the people that listened did not get the same memo like I did? Huh? Did you not learn about this? I mean, it makes common sense, right? Anyway, right, this is what happened in Romania. I just wanted you guys to know. Overall, I don't think like it's going to amount to much. It's just like the news cycle going around. But yeah, if you have kids, this is not something that you'd probably want to get as a phone call. Notice how he didn't say, I want to call dad. Like, I want to call mama. Right? It is what it is. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.